Mr. President, thank you. I rise this evening out of respect and in memory of the Gove County Sheriff, Allan Weber, who served his community faithfully over the last 2 decades. Allan was born and raised on his family's farm near Park, Kansas, and he went on to marry his high school sweetheart, Connie. The couple has 3 children, Andrea, Brandon, and Corey. And those who know Allan, it was always clear that his family meant everything to him. His many grandchildren were his pride and joy. In 1996, he ran for Gove County Sheriff and served his community faithfully over 2 decades since first elected. Gove County is out in western Kansas. It's flat, it's the prairie, it's windy, it's hot in the summer and cold in the winter. It's farmers and ranchers. It's often a struggle to earn a living in Gove County. I know the county well, and despite those challenges, it's made up of people who work hard, care for each other, and try to make a good life for themselves and their families. In rural areas like Gove County, the sheriff oftentimes wears multiple hats, and Sheriff Weber was no different. In addition to serving as sheriff, he also was the public information officer and the Emergency Operations Center community liaison. Kansans also never fail to step up to help their neighbors in hard times, and Allan did the same. After the tragic death of a neighboring county's sheriff, he stepped up to serve as the interim sheriff in Sheridan County, making him the first person ever to serve 2 counties as sheriff at the same time, a first in Kansas history. And he saw his brothers and sisters in blue as an extended part of his family, and he held them in highest regard. His colleague in law enforcement, his colleague Tim Morse, who's the Jackson County Sheriff on the other side of the state, wrote this. He said, "Kansas has lost a great sheriff. Gove County Sheriff Allan Weber has spent the last couple of months fighting COVID-19 in a Denver hospital. Today, Sheriff Weber was escorted back to Gove County by Colorado and Kansas Highway Patrol, along with countless Kansas sheriffs and law enforcement officers, for one last time. Sheriff Weber was an honorable man who was respected by all, and he will be greatly missed. He respected those in blue, and those in blue respected him. He was a dedicated public service, both in his home community and at the state level. He served as the Kansas Sheriff's Association on its board and as its president. I talked to the Kansas Sheriff's Association today, and they wanted me to recognize Sheriff Weber's professionalism and his dedication, and to tell me that he served president of the association for 2 consecutive terms, which is a rare circumstance and speaks toward his effectiveness in the role and his admiration that his colleagues held for him. His community also loved and respected him. They came together to welcome him home one last time with an honor parade down Highway 212 in Quinter this past Saturday night, with hundreds of cars and people lined up to recognize his service and sacrifice over a lifetime. His wife, Connie, said, "It was such a beautiful homecoming. I know he was bursting with pride and love. After the November election and he woke up in the intensive care unit, I told him he was sheriff for the next 4 years. And he gave me a small smile and nodded his head." Connie says he loved Gove County, community's mind, and was always ready to give the ultimate sacrifice if he had to. There were times that his heart broke doing his job, but he always did what was right. He lived life day to day and enjoyed it and everyone. He worked hard and loved gently. He will be missed by many. The outpouring of love and support, shared memories on the Quinter Community Facebook page has been constant and speaks of the interconnectedness of a small community. I should tell you that the population of Gove County is about 2,612, and the county seat, Gove, population 70. It's places like Quinter, like Gove County, where the sheriff is known by everyone, and the sheriff is interwoven into the life of the community and the county. So many of his friends and family have remarked on Allan's contagious smile, how ornery he was, but most importantly, the selfless way he served people. Those of us in public service ought to look to Allan as a role model in that selfless service of others. Sheriff Allan Weber embodied so many values in Kansas: faith, family, fellowship, service, and good old-fashioned hard work. He will be missed by many, and Rob and I extend our deepest sympathies to his family, both his loved ones, which includes one of my staff members, Chelsea Ladd, his cousin, and his brothers and sisters in blue. May God bless Allan Weber. May we praise him for the life he lived, and may we look to his role model to see that we try to do what he has done. Mr. President, I offer my condolences and respect on behalf of the United States Senate to the family of Sheriff Allan Weber, and I yield the floor.